Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today a new week begins with all of its promises and stresses, but for now we're sitting down to watch Hearttt playing as the Bulgarians in red take on Hera playing as the Berbers in blue. Now while the players herd their herdables explore their immediate surroundings with pigs and scouts and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Bulgarians are a cost-cutting civilization. Their militia line upgrades are free. Think the Turks with their scouts to light cav to hussars, but militia line, their blacksmith and siege workshop upgrades cost 50% less food. Their blacksmiths work almost twice as fast, and their town centers do cost 50% less stone, which allows the Bulgarians to spend their stone on their unique structure, the Krepost. This is basically a mini castle very similar to the Sicilian donjon, except it's more expensive, but also comes with more HP, a higher attack, and tankier armor. It does provide 20 population space, and unlike the donjon, you can only build a Krepost starting in Castle Age. Now, once you've saved all of your resources, you can invest them in building a pretty tanky army, because even though the Bulgarians don't get champions, they can upgrade their two-handed swordsmen to get a massive +5 melee armor boost, and they can turn their cavalry Japanese by upgrading them to attack 33% faster, which does help out with their unique unit, the Conic. This is a two-for-one unit that starts out as a tanky, powerful, flail-wielding cavalryman that transforms into a somewhat less tanky, but overall still powerful, flail-wielding infantryman when he gets knocked off his horse. Now, immediately to the northeast, we've got Hera playing as the Berbers, a civ that does whatever it can to push you into the 4 welcoming hooves of cavalry. All Berber stable units are 15% cheaper in Castle, 20% cheaper in Imperial. Their camel units can be upgraded to regenerate health, and their castles can be upgraded. Deer went out of control there for a bit. Their castles can be upgraded to work 25% faster, both of which benefit their first unique unit, the Camel Archer. This is a mounted archer unit with pretty good HP, great speed, and an attack bonus against cavalry archers. Now, the Bulgarians, not exactly a cavalry archer civilization, although never say never with players of these Elos. Now, starting in Castle Age, Barbarians, the Berbers, can also start training a second unique unit, the Genitor. This is basically a mounted skirmisher that comes with a bit more HP, bit less range, and does cost a bit more food. Now, to help your economy get up and running as fast as possible, Berber villagers, take a look. Movement speed 0.84 tiles per second compared to the usual 0.8. They move 5% faster in Dark Age and then 10% faster after that. Those are the two civilizations. Pretty damn excited. These are two potentially very mobile, very micro-intensive civilizations, let's put it like that, as Hera lures his second boar, and it, of course, dies. Let's take a look at the bases, the resources. Both players hit 15 villagers, 16 villagers apiece. H-shaped Hera gold here. Look at this. Is Hera branding his maps now? Look at that. Primary gold, a bit exposed in the forward position, but with villagers here already on wood in the forward position, might be easy to wall this off. However, Hera wants primary stone also in the forward position. So both of Hera's primary resources pretty damn exposed in the front. Secondary and tertiary gold, man, also kind of in the backwards position, but a bit far from his town center. And speaking of far from the town center, secondary stone also pretty damn far. Is Hera going back for the Ibex? Is he going to keep scouting? Looks like he is going to get a few more Ibex before he huffs it across the map, as Hearttt is already starting to do. Take a look at his base. Not an H shape for him, but a blob of gold unknowingly placed right on the elevation of a hill, which means that a town center would have to either go here or maybe not here next to the house, but yeah, definitely here if you wanted a town center. But the important thing, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone a bit exposed in the forward position, and he does have a bit more gold, one on each side of his base, and an extra pile of stone. Forests, not terrible here for Hearttt. A bit of an opening in the forward position, but two, let's call these medium-sized forests in the back, allow him to gather lumber basically unimpeded for now. Hera has only 3 forests. Okay, so a bit of a triangle shape, a bit of a longer wall off for Hera on all fronts, although the back easier to secure. We'll see how our Berber decides to handle this as they both race up to Feudal Age, basically 5 seconds apart off the back of the same number of villagers. Now we know Hera hasn't explored any part of the map just yet. Hearttt has seen the house. Where the heck is he going? He's seen the primary stone. He's seen the house. Okay, so he's taking a very wide berth. He's taking an incredibly wide approach, waiting for Feudal to hit so that scout's line of sight jumps up, I believe, now to 5 tiles, I want to say, instead of 3 or 4. And now Hera's turn to move out onto the map. Both players getting the old double bit axe upgrade at the exact same time, and Hearttt discovers the barracks that was just completed. Let's see what he sees. Let's see what he sees. Is he going to see the woodline? Oh, yeah. Heartt's getting an amazingly great amount of scouting done. Hera has finally discovered where his opponent is. And let's see. Oh, game derped out there for a second. Does manage to see the stone. Will he go into the back and see what his opponent is doing? Horse collar for our Berber as well. So he's going to get his economy up and running and roaring. Yeah, he discovers the wood pile. Will discover the second one and say, hey, wait a second. How come you have so much wood in your base? And I've got barely any. And look at Hera's wall off using the gold as part of it. This is very aggressive walling off. I mean, he's got villagers here to help repair, but they are very far from the town center. So if they come under any kind of attack from, for example, let's say ranged units, which are not uncommon in Feudal Age for any civilization, they might have a bit of trouble getting back home. That being said, Hera, 3 scouts already, is planning on defending the home front with these light cavalry mobile units. Does have one inside of Heartt's base and engages into the first conflict, the first battle of the game. 6 HP taken now for the scout. How much of the villager? 8 HP taken off from the villager. So it just goes to show you just how weak a scout unit is, even in Feudal Age, when its attack jumps up from what, 3 to 5. Yeah. And here we go. Our Bulgarian is here with a spearman. He's got the high ground. Hera's got to back away. He's got to back away. He's rushing to the town center, but that leaves his villagers exposed. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. The positioning of this wall off. Not that Hera has many choices here in terms of where to place his lumberjacks. He has one less forest than his opponent. And oh no, the first kill of the game going to our Bulgarian, who manages to snipe a villager here. How much damage? Oh, one of these scouts is very, very damaged. I don't know that I would be this aggressive, and I would definitely not be that aggressive because the scout ends up dying. But Hera, 1 villager for 1 scout on paper, not terrible. 80 food for 50, but you have to always take into account the collection, the lifelong collection potential of a villager, especially this early on. And now our Bulgarian's army has been entirely knocked out. No more presence here for now. Right as I say that, he runs back in. I mean, Hearttt is this is how do I say this? Very aggressive. He's being incredibly aggressive with very few units. Why? What's he trying to do back home? Whenever I see something like this, I get immediately suspicious that he's trying to keep Hera back home. He doesn't want that Berber, and Hera's housed. Hera is housed. And oh my god, until he builds the next house, the villager hasn't even reached the houses. So Hera's going to be housed for a while. Oh no, never mind. Where the hell did he build that house from? I got very, very antsy in the pantsy there. Where did he build that house? It must have been one of these. But for now, 4 more houses. Our Berber does not want to be housed again. But as I was saying, whenever you see your opponent trying to keep you in your base, you always have to ask why. Why does he want to keep the pressure on here? And looks like Hearttt has been securing his base. He's getting the blacksmith. We know he's got a stable up. And that's basically it. Our Bulgarian wants to rush up to Castle Age. He's got 500 food. So does Hera. Both players need to get a few more villagers on gold, or rather maybe wait a little bit so that their gold counts go up. But Hera's 5 scouts are still here. One of them's a little bit damaged, a little bit bruised and battered, but he is still here, still deadly. Both players sitting on the exact same army count, almost the exact same army composition. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning. When you see Berbers versus Bulgarians, you expect some micro mobility, some fast action here. And that's exactly what we're getting so far. 16 minutes into the game. I mean, the kill count is 2-1, but man, oh man, has been an exciting 2-1. And it looks like our Bulgarian no longer has a avenue of attack into the base. So Hera just turns around and says, you know what? I like the idea of attacking into your structure. I don't expect our Bulgarian to be able to accomplish much here with three scouts and 2 spearmen. Let's see the HP of the house. Yeah, it's hovering at around 110 to 120. So this one villager is happy. 236 wood to just sit here and repair and repair and repair. That being said, might want to finish your palisades. 5 scouts now. Let's see the HP. A bit more than a house. Oh, he just abandons it? Oh, he's abandoning because he's bringing a spearman forward. Okay, so Hera F's off with his scouts, unable to face even 1 spearman. So what we know based on this is that Hera, take a look at the HP on his scouts. He does not want to lose a single unit at the moment. Why? He probably wants to keep them around for Castle Age, and he is heading up to Castle Age, 1 minute and 50 seconds away. But our Bulgarian, basically 1 minute ahead of him. Maybe 45 seconds. Hera, he's home. Oh, he takes a poke from a spearman. Now 4 of his scout units are absolutely wrecked. But in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, he's going to have bloodlines. So at least their HP will jump a little bit. I mean, their maximum HP will jump a little bit, not their... if they're at 13, it's going to stay 13. It's not going to jump up to 33. It'll just be 13 out of 65 instead of 13 out of 45. Imagine if the Bloodlines upgrade gave you an extra 20 HP per unit, and not just, you know, for the ones that are at full health. Okay, circling here is Hera, 2 spearmen chasing. Counters everywhere. We've got light cavalry upgrade being researched for our Bulgarian. Hera still trying to bust his way into this house. He has added more scouts. I don't know if... or rather, Heartt's trying to bust into here. I don't know if Hera's noticed. Okay, he has noticed. Because now 1 villager is not enough to repair this structure. What is Hera's response going to be? His army is completely out of position. 4 out of 5 army count is down south. He is going night play. I don't mind that at all. And monastery here as well. If he can keep this house alive, 1 monk should be able to shoo off this entire army. Extra town center for our Bulgarian. Extra town center for our Bulgarian. Remember, that's why he still has 100 stone left in the bank, because they do only cost 50 stone instead of the 100. Think of it like the Britons, whose town center costs 50% less wood. Their town center costs less stone. Hera decides to delete a palisade, rebuild it to let these knights out, because he apparently has gone full Howard Hughes on us and doesn't have a single door. Doesn't have a single way to go out. And look at that, with 3 knights, takes off all of Heartt's pressure. Running away so that these spearmen fall further and further behind, so that he can take a favorable engage, and he is heading straight into the arms of these 4 units. But, oh no. Okay, never mind. I thought our Bulgarian was going to penetrate the base for a second, maybe try to go after a sniper 2, having researched light cav. Now these units attack on a 9, not a base of a 5 anymore. So all the players wanted to keep their scouts around. Why? Because both players wanted light cavalry, and both players getting husbandry upgrades. It looks like our Bulgarian is ahead. Not surprising there. Remember, the Bulgarians, blacksmith upgrades cost 50% less food. Now, the bigger story for the Bulgarians, in my... Oh, spearman goes down. Will he get a knight? Will he get a knight? Will he get a knight? No, he does not. So a sour loss there for our Bulgarian. Now, one thing I always like with the Bulgarians is the potential to see a siege onager. You know, that siege onager upgrade from onager to siege onager is just redonkulous. 1,450 food, except for the Bulgarians. 725 food, because they pay only half. Okay. Our Bulgarian gets a bit of revenge here for the lost monk and the lost spearman. And now another scuffle erupts in front of the Bulgarian base. Action everywhere. But the Bulgarian says, never mind, I'm just going to lead you on a chase here so that you don't focus on the forward portion of my base. I'm surprised he's not repairing this gate. What is his plan? To turn that into a stone gate? Are we watching arena? Oh no, where the hell do you think you're going? 1 whack, 2 whack, and you're dead. Oh my god, where did that monk think he was going? Did Hera bait out that monk? And now the light cav having accomplished his mission. Oh my god, look at that. He even manages to get another light cav. What a hero unit there for Hera, who is now sitting on 18 army supply. But look at the villager count. All of that investment into military has come at a civilian cost. He is down 33% His economy is a third smaller, and he is housed again. Oh no, finally building a second town center, but not an ideal location. If I had an opinion about it, which as you guys know, I've got an opinion about everything. House is barracks. So is our Bulgarian trying to slow down the pace of the game, having seen all of the cavalry of his opponents. I don't see a single infantry armor upgrade, for example. I don't see a single barracks upgrade. What I do see is more and more light cav engaging into each other here right in front of Hera's base. What an amazing back and forth so far, and Hera hasn't walled this off yet. Oh, okay, he's trying to get that... loses a monk! I was going to say he's trying to get this monk to get home with the relic, but in doing so has left the gate open and loses a monk. Third town center going up for him right next to the stone. Let's see castles for everyone. Let's see conics. Let's see camel archers. You guys know I love my unique units. If you've heard me rant and ramble about deathmatch, is why one of the main reasons I love deathmatch, because you get to see the unique units so much. Is this open? Hera's ship has a few leaks in it. Another monk died. Wow. So Hera taking a bit of he's taking a bit of damage here and there. That's kind of adding up. His army supply lead isn't that big anymore. Well, I guess now it is after that battle. Got 2 monks. A whole bunch of pikemen. Their upgrades, again, no armor upgrades whatsoever on these guys. But take a look at the villager count. He's down 18 villagers. He was down almost 20 a second ago. And now it's Hera's turn to put the aggression on. He wants to use his bigger, juicier army to try to crush the Bulgarians. And he's building a siege workshop forward position. Another house. Why the hell not? You've got the wood for it. You don't want to get housed again, even though, okay, you've got 16 population space. Both players going up to 100 population space. A castle, which Hera, are you going to see it? He's got to see it. The line of sight on a knight is just absolutely disgusting. It's so bad. It is so bad. And he pivoted south. He doesn't get any idea that the castle's there, but now he will. Now he does. Okay. So he does use the light cap to scout, but sees a castle, sees a whole bunch of infantry. And this is usually the time when your opponent goes infantry that we get to see a few cool mounted archer units out of our Berber. Now, he doesn't have enough stone for a castle, so I don't really expect to see camel archers, at least not soon. Oh my god, another monk gets sniped. Are we watching Arena or are we watching Arabia? What the hell is going on? But maybe some genitors? Does he have a single archery range? No, he does not. He's going up to a third town center. I like this location. I like that location a lot. Our Berber. What is he going to do? He's now down army. He's down civilians. Okay, although, I was going to say, okay, and it came out a coal. Sometimes you guys know my brain mixes 2 words together, but he's down now only 12 villagers, 11 villagers, but he's down army count, which is not hard to be down army count when your opponent just spams 20 pikemen. Finally, +2 armor upgrades on them. Oh, Hera, you spawned in the worst possible location. And thus ends the short, bitter, sweet life of that one mangonel. Okay, so Heartt's healing up his units with a monk. I keep saying priest. Hera's doing the exact same. And this is a sign of a fun game. Whenever the players babysit their units like this, it's just absolutely super fun. And Krepos is making an appearance here. He's got, oh my god, we're going conics. We're going conics. What an absolute fun unit. Oh, and Hera tries to block in the priests. The monks. Oh my god, why do I keep saying priests? I've got Armenia on my mind. He tries to block in the monks with the house, tries to save them. But that scout just goes in and has his way with them. Oh, speaking of having your way with a bunch of monks, this is going to be very, very bad for our Bulgarian. Who cares about the one conversion? 3 monks dead. No, 4. You got the 4th. Wow. So much gold being lost, so many men of the hook, of the crook in the book going down in this game. Oh, another monk is gonna die. Wow. This game is not disappointing so far. We are 33 minutes in. Kill count is mighty low, but man, oh man, is the action mighty high. And now the pikemen are here. Who cares if they're on the high ground? Who cares if they're on the low ground? That +22 bonus attack is going to make Hera think twice about engaging. And no matter how many pikemen you kill, you cannot lose. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knights. That's a third of his army. And now the Conics are inside the base as well. Oh my goodness, Hearttt is just making himself at home. But the pike, there's a villager here as well. He's got 437 stone. Is he going to drop a Krepos? No, he's dropping an outpost for now. Trying to get a bit of vision as he tries to clear up. Okay, the Krepos is interestingly placed. I love this. You guys know about my love of 2 mining camps on either side of a resource patch. And now the thud of the Conic as it engages underneath a town center, dismounts, and then attacks again. Oh my goodness, the lasting power of a Conic because of that twofer ability is just bonko. Villager, she's in shock. She doesn't know what to do. She thought she was joining a conquering army. Instead, the army has retreated. The dismounted Conics are about to die, and she gets converted and becomes a Berber villager. Okay. Center position still under attack. A few tinkle pikemen are trying to get rid of them. Honestly, okay, this might be a bit of overkill. But our Bulgarian wants stone. We know what that means for our Bulgarians. Krepos drops all the livelong day. And now our Bulgarian is doing unto Hera what Hera did unto him with a forward siege workshop. Come on, let's see camel archers. Yes! There we go. That's what I was talking about. When your opponent goes heavy on the pikeman. Now, I thought we would see some genitors as well. But I guess he doesn't want to start spending wood on additional structures. A castle being a dual purpose structure, being a defensive structure, and obviously a structure from which you can train units. I mean, a Krepos flanked by 2 outposts. Red has a fantastic game plan, it seems like. He's just trying to surround his opponent. Looks like the structure here did go down. And yet again, for the second, maybe third time? No, let's say second time, the Bulgarian is inside the base, but these are melee units, which means that number 1, they're susceptible to these badass camel archers, and number 2, to static defense. So not too much a bunch of pikemen can do against a town center and the very mobile army of the Berbers. Let's see the upgrades. Only +1 attack, +2 attack in range. Okay, never mind, now +3 attack in range. Hera in Imperial doesn't see a castle. No need for a treb just yet. He is starting to pump out the camel archers. But I don't know how well a camel archer does against Conics. And capped rams. Now, pikemen, they can snipe all the livelong day. And that is exactly what they're doing here. What's the range on the Krepos right now? 8 range to the 7 range of the camel archer. So they've got to be very careful. 2 siege workshop. Oh man, our Bulgarian with those cheaper upgrades is planning a massive frontal, while at the same time his Conics are just ripping through these additional off-campus resources. No, all these villagers are going to die. Yikes. Stable. That's not a stable. You're not a stable. Why is Isaac calling you a stable? You're a blacksmith. Under attack. This siege workshop still. Imagine Hera just builds 1 ram and just takes down this Krepos. But here we go. Let's take a look at Hera's vision. Let's see. Oh my god, they're halberdiers now. But again, halberdiers versus camel archers. He's only got 12 camel archers, but they're going to have chemistry as well. Let's see Hera's vision. He sees him coming. He knows it's 2. Now he knows it's 3, 4. What's he going to do? Where's he going to go? Where's his army? He's got 6 knights left, and the knights cannot engage. I'm surprised that our Bulgarian isn't garrisoning some of these halberdiers inside the rams. A very interesting attack, and there's siege rams now. But why the hell are the halberdiers to the south when the rams are to the north? Why are you not protecting your rams? I mean, they're siege rams. They're freaking tanky AF, but... Okay. The halberdiers make it here on time, but how many halberdiers have died? There's only 8 left. But mission accomplished, I would say. A whole bunch of halberdiers in exchange for a castle? In exchange for a castle... And how many? 1 other structure, 2 other structures? And now was he going to get the barracks? No, and he saves the majority of his siege rams. Wow. More barracks on the menu here for our Bulgarian. He is not stopping halberdier production, but I'm starting to get worried about that because our Berber is not stopping camel archer production. Although right as I say that, okay, never mind. He starts training. Right as I say that, I look at the top and I don't see any more camel archers in production. Light cavalry units, which we all know are going to be hussars hopefully pretty soon, and camel archers are pretty damn good. There's the dismounted Conic. He wakes up from his gets out from underneath his horse and just takes a bunch of arrows to the face. Now these camel archers, remember, their bonuses against horse-based archers, cavalry archers, not against siege. Not exactly a Mangadai. Ram, 0. I wonder why it says ram specifically and not just siege in general, right? Building, cavalry archer. There's a cavalry resistance. I think that's the Ethiopian royal heirs. And now Hera. Hera is pushing back. He's doing what Hera does when he is under attack. He just says, F that. I'm just going to attack you. I'm just going to run right into your base, but loses a camel archer to the castle. Poorly placed. Camel archer's there for a split second. And now he's kind of sandwiched in here, is Hera. But a very powerful unit to have in your sandwich, to be honest. Trying to get rid of an outpost. He's back here. Jack and lumber in earnest. After that area was depopulated, the light cav now again has SARS, as I mentioned, and 40 seconds away from elite camel archers. But look at this. Look at this. And our Bulgarian also going for elite. Both players going for their elite unique unit at the exact same time. The Hussars are here. Would absolutely love to see murder holes out of our Bulgarian. I suspect we're not going to. But now, how many rams are left? Only 2, and this is the second last one. It is going to get sniped very quickly. Maghrebi camels, so they're going to start regenerating HP. Not a bad choice when you're going against static defense. You can now do run-bys, and then by the time you get to your destination, you've healed a little bit of your HP back. Okay, bad pathing there for the Hussars. Run straight into the majority of the Bulgarian army. Army count identical. Both players on a huge amount of villagers, which means we're going to see a big old battle. Or many, hopefully, big old battles. But look at the placement of these structures and the halberdiers. Hera is not able to really get much done here for now. He's going to reach his final destination with 4, 3, 2, 1. No! Surviving Hussars. That is just incredible play there by our Bulgarian. Fantastic. Down will go the siege ram or the trebuchet, which will go perfectly placed next to this annoying pile of stone, and now the Hussars block the way. Fantastic play out of both players. This is 40 chests from both of them, and more rams are moving forward. Why the hell are you moving forward? Go back. And why are there no halberdiers in you? It makes you move faster. I mean, Hera's losing Hussars. A lot of Hussars. He's only got 52 villagers on food, which is not high if you want to spam Hussars endlessly. It does look like his next wave has also been cleaned up. Siege workshop gone, monastery still up, houses still up. Our Bulgarian is not focused on that at all. Elite camel archers, 27 of them have 76 kills, 79, 80. Oh my god, Hera doing an amazing job babysitting these camels, but I'm starting to get a little concerned for him because, like I said, when Hera comes under attack like this, his general instinct is to attack right back. Oh, you punch me, I'm gonna punch you even harder. But none of his raids in the Bulgarian base have found any purchase whatsoever. The camels up north sniping whatever they can. More rams flowing in, but now the rams move forward, move forward. And here we go. He finally puts in a few infantry units into these rams, so they are moving uphill. And now the villagers pop out. Hera had a nice kinder surprise in there for those rams. One ram does go down, but now the conics, the halbs are here. The ones to the north are dying, which means our blue player will have an opportunity to snipe a few of these rams, but the castle's already down a third of its HP. At the same time, the treb does go down. It looks like 2 trebs fell. Hera's mining this stone, very exposed stone. The monastery is finally being attacked. Our Bulgarian is just wasting a lot of units in the hopes that he can get rid of these castles. He thinks the castles are the main threat to him right now, and he is absolutely right. 29 of these elite camel archers. How many kills? 124 kills. Amazing. And it looks like the castle will stand. Will it? No! Barely falls. But a replacement castle being rebuilt right underneath the... Oh my god, I was gonna say the burial place of the old castle, but Hera then cancels it. He does still have 1 castle. He is still training camel archers to the north. Conic versus Hussar with a camel archer backup. Oh, he must love that they boosted their Pierce armor in the 3 patches ago. Oh, no, Hera canceled that castle. Okay, it looked like that castle went down. And I was going to look at his stone. It looks like he did cancel that castle. And what an absolute battle here. Our Bulgarian just throwing everything he can. I mean, look at the mini-map. This map belongs to Red. His conics are just raiding the hell out of Hera's economy. The monastery go down already. I'm tired of seeing this blue dot on my screen. Conics, such an amazing raiding unit. Not only do they come... By the way, yeah, with stirrups, I was going to say he's researched stirrup. Conics, by the way, the slowest attacking melee cavalry unit in the game. It attacks at a 2.4 seconds interval. If you take a look here. So if you want to go conics and you're playing Bulgarians, you need to get the stirrups upgrade, which turns them Japanese, makes them attack 33% faster. Hera says, you know what? I think I've held at home. So now the blue wave is moving west as the Hussars start coming. Remember, they are 20% cheaper now for the Berbers, which makes them just ridiculously... What is that? The second cheapest Hussar in the game? Okay, never mind. Finds this center of the map community. A Krepos going up to defend, but there's halberdiers everywhere. Oh my god, how many halberdiers? 39 going up to 46. And here we go again. Here we go again. Hera rushes in. How many of these guys will survive to reach to kill anyone? So far, only 5 are left alive. 4 are left alive. Oh my goodness. 3. This is just a disaster for Hera. He is not getting in. What the hell? A double whammy here. Okay, never mind. He did manage to get 1 villager. 1 villager in exchange for 10 Hussars or so. In the forward position, looks like a red Treb will go down. Finally decides to unpack it. Oh, it looks like it was being repaired, but not well enough, not quick enough. Red is just being unrelenting. Hera does not have an opportunity here. What is going on here? I thought I saw a blue dot. No, this is just a bamboo reed, I guess. Red is just non-stop. Holy moly, from literally minute, what, 25, 28, 30 of the game? It has just been a massive red push. And with this castle going down, I mean, Hera's got 1,000 stone. Will he place another castle? And if so, where? Where can he place it that's safe? There's one to the north. He's continuing to train camel archers. But look at the army count. He's collapsed. 18 army count to 60. 94 villagers to 124. Hearttt playing the Bulgarians perfectly. Holy moly. He made use of every single Bulgarian feature that allowed him to overwhelm his opponent. Krepos back home. Basically, you know, you get 2 castles for the price of 1, or 2 for the price of 1 plus 50 stone. So he's got a bunch of Krepos back home, protecting his farming eco. Using that farming eco, he's pumping out conics. He's pumping out halberdiers non-stop. Remember, blacksmith upgrades are cheaper. Siege workshop upgrades are cheaper in terms of food count, which means that he can get up the siege ram much, much faster than normal. And then using this conic fully upgraded to just absolutely destroy and protect these juicy, valuable, very powerful siege rams. And Hera, like I said, did what Hera loves to do when he's under attack. How many games have we seen him do it? He just rushes towards his opponent, sends in 10 Hussars, and all of a sudden he's safe at home, and he's gutted 20 or 30 villagers of his opponent. But in this case, because our Bulgarian plopped down a bunch of Krepos, and by the way, I mean, there's gaps here where the forests used to be, but this is a pretty closed off base. Hera doesn't have a lot of avenues of attack, whereas Hera's base, completely open. It's open to the east, it's open to the south, it's open to the west. Our Bulgarian base at least has a few of these structures still around, and he expanded right into the center. Wow, and even the center is protected by Krepos. What an absolute, I wouldn't call it a flawless victory, but an absolute epic use of the Bulgarians out of our heart. I was gonna say, but that sounds a little romantic. Out of heart. Holy shit. Let's take a look at the stats. 176 APM, 257 for Hera at the middle of the game, right at the end of the game for Hearttt. So he was microing like crazy right towards the end, and it shows. It really shows. I mean, this attack, keeping these camel archers back, not that they can do much against these siege rams with what's their pierce armor? 195. Okay. Not that they can do much, but keeping them away from the halberdiers, from the conics, is an absolute epic economy. How much bigger do we think the Bulgarian economy was? Wow. 20% bigger economy. The game lasted a good amount of time, which means relics gathered about 4,000 resources in total, but not really a massive difference between them. But look at that difference. 7,000 more wood, 5,000 more food, 2,000 more gold, and 2 castles extra worth of stone for our Bulgarian. And man, does it show. 7 conversions out of 433 army supply is what, 1.5%, 2%. Look at that kill count. Our Bulgarian killed less units on the whole, but 105 villagers. And that's what I'm saying. Hera's base just completely open. You are not Hindustani. You cannot rebuild your villagers or retrain them, whatever you want to call it, cheaper. But yeah, wow. And especially when you're going Hussars, even if they're 20% cheaper, you cannot. I mean, you want to have enough farmer. How many farmers did he have at the end there? 59. I mean, it's good. It's not great. It's not great. Hearttt had that basically same amount, and he's not. He wasn't even spamming Hussars. Oh man, we've got 2-handed swordsmen. Bilbo Baggins, no Bilbo Baggins upgrade just yet for them, which adds +5 melee armor. But yeah, as I said, Hera's base just way too open, and he just was not able to secure any portion of it. I mean, he came under attack in the north. He came under attack in the center. We saw the conics absolutely wrecking things here to the far east. And wow, like I said, and I'm going to say it again for the third and ultimate final time, I think Hearttt played the Bulgarians to perfection in this game. And Hera here, I mean, he did his best. He attacked right back. He gave as good as he got. He ultimately did kill a lot more units than his opponent. And by the way, the surviving camel archers, 81 kills. He has babysat these camel archers for the last half an hour, which is fantastic play out of him. But unfortunately, those camel archers just couldn't put a dent in this Bulgarian siege, which steamrolls over the Berber settlement. I was going to say our Bulgarian. Hearttt gets the W, but GG in a really fast action, insanely timely game. And that's not the way I want to say it. What did I want to say? In a fast action paced, does that make sense? Fast paced, actionful game. Oh, am I gonna have to edit this out? I don't know. I'll just leave it in because I'm and Pobody's nerfing. Hearttt ultimately does take the W in a very speedy, very action-packed game. But as always, GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.